In 2026, Nigeria is stepping into a new era of modern warfare, and the world is finally starting to notice. For decades, the country struggled with security threats from insurgents, bandits, and extremist groups. But today, the Nigerian military is building one of the fastest-growing drone warfare programs in Africa, and 2026 has become a turning point that could reshape its entire defense strategy. This year marks the point where Nigeria stopped relying heavily on foreign support and began producing and deploying drones that reflect its own strategic needs. Everything changed when Nigeria decided to shift its defense approach from traditional boots-on-ground operations to tech-driven precision warfare. Military experts say that Nigeria's drone program is now moving towards the same direction as Turkey and Iran, building indigenous drones that are cheaper, smarter, and optimized for local environments. And the results are already visible. In 2026, the Nigerian Air Force expanded its drone fleet with advanced surveillance and combat UAVs. Some are locally assembled with the support of international partners, while others are fully imported but customized for Nigerian terrain. The goal is simple: real-time intelligence, faster response, and accurate strikes without putting soldiers at unnecessary risk. One of the biggest breakthroughs this year is the deployment of long-endurance drones capable of staying in the air for over 24 hours. These UAVs can track movements across remote forests, deserts, and riverine regions, areas where conventional patrol units struggle to operate. For the first time, the Nigerian military can watch hostile groups across several states without interruption. As soon as suspicious movement is detected, nearby units are alerted within seconds. 2026 also saw the rise of armed drones in Nigeria's arsenal. These drones are equipped with precision-guided bombs and air-to-ground missiles, allowing the military to hit targets with high accuracy while minimizing collateral damage. Instead of sending ground troops into dangerous ambush zones, command centers can now eliminate threats from the sky, safely and silently. Security analysts describe the new armed drone doctrine as game-changing. In the past, operations against insurgents often required large-scale deployments, long convoys, and risky helicopter missions. Now, a single drone strike can achieve the same goal in minutes. This shift has already disrupted several militant groups' ability to operate freely. But the real transformation of 2026 comes from Nigeria's investment in its own defense production. For years, the country relied on nations like China and Turkey to supply drones. Today, Nigerian engineers, scientists, and military technicians are building indigenous prototypes. At the Air Force Research and Development Center, engineers are working on drones designed specifically for African climates, high heat, dust, humidity, and long-distance operation. One of the new models under testing in 2026 is a medium-altitude drone capable of carrying surveillance pods, communication jammers, and lightweight weapons. These drones could play a major role in border security, anti-banditry operations, and maritime patrol missions in the Gulf of Guinea. If production continues at the current pace, Nigeria could become one of the few African nations capable of exporting defense drones in the future. Another critical advancement this year is the integration of AI into military operations. Nigeria's newest drone management systems use artificial intelligence to process huge amounts of data, analyzing movement patterns, detecting threats, and identifying suspicious vehicles or gatherings. Instead of hundreds of officers monitoring screens manually, AI filters information and guides operators toward the most important targets. This reduces response time and increases accuracy. The military has also introduced real-time communication links between drones and ground units. Soldiers in the field can now receive live drone footage directly to their handheld devices. This feature is especially important during rescue operations, convoy movements, and clearing operations in dangerous areas. Troops can move with confidence, knowing the sky is watching their path. Another major development in 2026 is the Nigerian Navy's adoption of maritime drones. Piracy and oil theft have long been challenges in Nigeria's coastal zones. With new long-range drones patrolling the Gulf of Guinea, suspicious ships can be tracked instantly. The Navy reports that illegal activities have dropped significantly in several hotspots because criminals now fear being monitored from above. Beyond combat missions, the drones are also helping with humanitarian efforts. During floods, disasters, or cross-border emergencies, Nigeria can now deploy surveillance drones to assess damage, guide rescue teams, and locate civilians in danger. This dual-use capability has helped the government respond faster during crisis situations. One of the strongest signals that Nigeria is getting serious about drone warfare is its training program. In 2026, the Air Force expanded its drone pilot schools, bringing in experienced instructors from Turkey, Pakistan, and China. Hundreds of new operators are being trained to handle reconnaissance, targeting, maintenance, and electronic warfare systems. This growing pool of skilled operators ensures that the drone program will continue to expand for years. On the international stage, Nigeria's drone expansion has caught attention. Regional powers are now discussing partnerships and joint training programs. Several African nations see Nigeria as a potential drone hub in West Africa. If Nigeria continues on this path, it could build a defense industry that not only protects its own borders but also supports neighboring countries. However, the rising drone program does not come without challenges. Maintenance, spare parts, and advanced electronics are expensive. Nigeria still relies on foreign suppliers for many critical components. To solve this, local universities and research institutions have started collaborating with the military to create homegrown solutions. Engineers are working on African-made sensors, batteries, and communication modules, a crucial step toward true technological independence. Another challenge is data security. As the military adopts AI and advanced surveillance, protecting communication channels from hackers becomes essential. In 2026, Nigeria has invested heavily in cyber defense units to ensure drone operations remain secure from sabotage or foreign interference. Even with these challenges, the progress is undeniable. The Nigerian military of 2026 is more modern, more connected, and more technologically advanced than ever before. For citizens, this means safer borders, faster response to threats, and more effective operations against insurgent groups. For the military, it means fewer casualties and more strategic victories. As Nigeria continues to expand its drone fleet, the country is entering a new chapter, a one where technology leads the fight, where intelligence guides every move, and where the skies become the strongest shield protecting millions of people. The drone revolution has begun, and 2026 is only the start.